Hello, everybody. This is the Nickie V Smith Show, and I'm Nickie V Smith. How you doing today? I sure hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. I look forward to every week coming here and talking with you guys. It's just a pleasure. And you can see it's a beautiful day here in sunny California. And I'm sitting here with a fantastic guest today. I'm just besides myself. I don't know how to tell you any other way. But today's guest is Dr. Artie Vipperla. And he is a master energy healer and spiritual guide. Let's say hi and welcome him aboard. Hi, Dr. Vipperla. Hi.
Hello, Dr. Artie. Artie is fine. So great to be here, Nickie. You are beyond hoot. You are the hootest hoot that ever did toot. So I'm very delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. I don't think I've heard that before. I'm going to use that. Thank you, Artie. Thank you for taking time to come on the show. I know that you're a busy man, but to take time and come on the show is a privilege to have you here, sir. Thank you so much.
Let me be clear about this.
Okay.
I'm not going out of my way. I do not have something better than to come to the side of a highly dedicated, highly inspired, and talented soul whose thing is to be of service to aid other great souls emerge out of suffering into triumph and sharing their gifts in service to others. I do not have something better to do than chime in with all that, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. That is such a blessing to hear. I just want to give you a hug. Let me go ahead and kiss my audience in. I always kiss them in, but before I kiss them in, I'm going to give you a hug. Here's your hug. Can you feel it?
Mm.
Thank you. Hey guys, here's your kiss. You know I love you, and you know I love serving you. This is the advocacy, and the show has arrived from the book Self-Healing for Sexual Abuse Survivors who are tired of just surviving. It's time for us to thrive. Okay? So keep that right in the forefront of your head, in the side, in the back. It's time for you to thrive. Okay? And we have the way to 5 tools that I use. I will share with you. But right now, I want to get with RT, and let's see what he has to talk about. RT, tell us about, first, let's start off with your book. I understand you have a book out, but you've also put out books before this one. Tell us about both books, please.
Okay, I'm going to make this short and sweet because my thing is not talking about, it's doing. I'd rather show rather than tell, and the best way to show is to guide people into having an experience themselves.
Okay.
So I want to get to that. I'm going to get to that as soon as I can.
Okay.
But here's my bragging cred. I was a high honors graduate from Harvard, studying in Europe, a Jew in Germany before I could be a man in the world. When I got drafted into the Vietnam War, I tried to do something constructive by signing up for area studies. Turned out to be an espionage. They sent me to Vietnam to be a spy. I saw such SH you-know-what-T that I came back, threw my medals at the Capitol with John Kerry, but I said, I don't want to just protest the war. I want to do something constructive. Okay. So I got a PhD in clinical psych. I did a study for Congress and put PTSD on the map. And my first book was Healing from the War, Trauma and Transformation After Vietnam. All the stuff you're doing here, I was into through the 70s until my book came out in 1985, won an award from a Christian outfit called the Christophers for affirming the highest human values. And to the end of that book, I wrote, Healing from War needs to come to the veterans of life. That will take all of us, singly and together, living in joy, but I didn't know how to do that. So I ended writing. Okay. And I went into deeper meditation and healing. I raised a family of 3 kids, trained therapists for decades. Then I had the revolution and revelation of my lifetime on the morning of my 67th birthday. I found myself moving without doing anything. And I was psychic enough to test the energy And I found my energies were increasing, doubling every few minutes. That's like compound interest, like
Okay.
nothing I ever knew. And the great humbling experience that happened 40 years after Vietnam, when I first got psychic enough, and I discovered all the work I'd done for 40 years only minimized the symptoms, but left some underlying trauma unchanged. When this revelation came at age 67, I found, holy God, it's reducing the underlying trauma. And so I've been teaching that for the last 10 years as how to harmonize all of you with all. You go all the way down to the hurt that's of the abuse before the abuse.
Okay.
We're all abused in this civilization. We all have our own version of Christ on the cross. That's the murder of divinity. We are not treated as the divine, cosmic, uniquely invaluable heavenly messengers we are from birth. And so we have to shrivel like this inside a shell. And yes, all the abuse is horrible on top of that, but it's on top of an underlying abuse like this. And to fully heal, I find I need to guide people into harmonizing all of you with all. That's the book. That's the website of the same name with a free video. Harmonize all of you with all. And that's what I'm going to guide you in for a few minutes here after I hand the talking stick back over to Nickie.
Okay, well, you have my attention. Let's go. I tell you what, why don't you just go jump right in? I want to, let's jump in.
Me jump in? I guess I can pull that off.
Okay, let's pull it off.
Hey, people, is Nickie fun or what? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Artie. Let's jump in, y'all. Aren't you guys ready to jump right in? Let's jump in and see.
Let's jump in. Okay. Here's how everybody begins everything. Stop, breathe, pause, center, ground, get relaxed, right? They tell you to do that. They tell you to relax this and relax that. I find telling people what to do doesn't get all the way in past what you understand, under what you feel, and through into your tissues. There has to be something else that's more subtle, supple, and uniquely powerful. Not powerful like this, powerful like this.
Right. Right.
And what I found out, when I finally discovered what it was, and I showed this to a friend of mine, just happened to be a woman of color, she said, Artie, you're doing what we call mama rocking. So yes, there has to be a hug, not from somebody else, but from you down to your earliest vestiges you carry from infancy that didn't get hugged fully the way you would most need to be in order to be acknowledged. So how to do that? Start with breathing. Only I'm going to give you an instruction that you unlikely ever to have heard before. You either breathe automatically, it goes on by itself, you don't have to think about it. Or you do something with breathing, you fix, change, or you get it the way it ought to be, you diaphragmatic breathing, or you do the vasal, nasal, vasal, whatever. I'm going to ask you to set aside both of these and invite breathing to come as breathing once. And in all the gendered languages I know, and I know some, breathing is feminine. Invite her to come as she wishes. To do that, you have to notice when you try to fix, change, alter, improve, get results from, so that you're letting breathing, now I'm going to use words in a funny way, that breathing breathe you. So that you go from doing, which is like a squeezed fist, to allowing, which is opening, to letting them completely feel, which is welcoming. You welcome breathing to bring you into the way breathing welcomes you into life. Now, this is a little head spinning, but I have a free video that you can go back over this many times. So do the best you can right now to invite, allow, welcome breathing to breathe you. And I'm going to go faster just because we have a podcast here. We don't have a workshop. We don't have all the time in the world. So I'm going to skip to the next phase of this. Every phase is going to be do, allow, welcome, where you do, allow, which is let go of some of your control. To welcome, which is like somebody knocks at the door, you open the door. That's what you do. You allow, you step aside, they come in. But if there's somebody you really want to meet, what do you do next? You throw your arms open and they hug you, you hug them, you welcome their welcome of being welcomed. You need to use words in a funny way. That's communing. So you commune with breathing, and then you do the next phase of inviting, allowing, welcoming, breathing to move you. She's already moving you a little bit, maybe in your belly, but I'm going to invite you to invite breathing to move your chest up and out a little more than usual as you breathe in, and down and in a little bit more than usual as you breathe out. So that breathing is moving your chest up and back down, in and out. And then I'm going to invite you to let breathing move you toward your dominant hand as you breathe in and back to the middle, and then toward your other hand as you breathe in and back to the middle. And one more time, yes, you're making a cross. You've gone up and down, now you're going side to side. What are you going to do next, Artie? You breathe in and you have your chest go up and around toward your dominant hand in a circle, and down and back in as you breathe out, and up and around to the other side as you breathe in, and down back in as you breathe out. You're making a figure eight. Artie, why do we bother to do that? What's the big deal about that? Well, that's the way we originally moved before we got stiff. We learned how to do that to crawl. How did we crawl? Left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. We had to do figure eighting with our chest. So to breathing, bring that suppleness back, opens you where we're almost protected. Telling people to love or drop down in their heart, that's all well and good, but it skims the surface. Until you recapture the ability to be supple in the middle of your chest, you don't really open your heart energy. So the figure eight, Artie, who cares about the figure eight? Why do that? Well, it's the passage of energy through every energy field in the cosmos. That's the most modern physics. But as you notice, an energy field, they're all like a cylinder end to end with a tiny hole. I call that a fat bagel. And who discovered that? Einstein. Curved space-time is actually in the shape of a bagel. You tell it the cosmos is Jewish? No, Jews got onto some stuff a long time ago, don't you know? You never heard this Jew named Jesus? Okay, all right. This shape, you cut it down from the top and the middle, and it's two circles side by side. You recapture that, you enter into the harmony of everything from the quantum to the cosmos, and you can feel more of that coming. Yes, the energy goes up and out, around, and back in, and back the other way. Infinity was a name given in 1655, but this is an ancient, timeless understanding, and it's built into us. And when you let breathing not only breathe you, but move you in this way, you can begin to feel the vibration in your hips and shoulders, your knees and elbows, your ankles and wrists. Artie, why do you say all those? Because there are 12 of them. It's a very cool thing to know you have 12 major joints. Why, Artie? For the same reason you have 12 cranial nerves, 12 ribs, 12 meridians. There are 12 constellations in the zodiac. And you look at a piano, there's 7 white keys and 5 black, 7 and 5 are 12. The 12 is the harmony of it all. How come Jesus had 12 disciples and the 12 tribes of Israel? Same reason.
Mhm.
So you get with all the 12ness in you, harmonizing. That is a silent, musical, very slow motion, understated dance. You enter into the synchrony of the universe. And you can, in this harmonizing, breathing, moving, filling you, overflowing you, renewing moment to moment, you will more readily do any of the other good things you know to do. Cleanse your negative energy, balance, expand, address the issues in front of you, ask for divine guidance, petition your higher guides. What's the next thing to do with this particular aspect of me? Whatever's in front of you, instead of just pausing to breathe and do, harmonize all of you with all, and you will have a jump start on it all. And you make this a daily practice so that you become one of the people leading the evolving edge of humanity. Because if we grow, those of us who grow exponentially, that's like compound interest, will grow out to become the divine cosmic beings in energetic stature. And you start having a buzz to you like me at age 77, okay? Okay, folks. Thanks, Nickie. You just, you unleashed me, honey. So.
Well, I'm glad to know. I'm glad to know. That's good.
How you feeling, Nickie? How you feeling?
I feel the breathing. I invited it into my spirit, and I feel the movements. It's taking place on its own. At first, I felt like I was helping it. Now it feels like it's helping itself.
Wonderful. So you noticed any change other than that?
My breathing feels deeper. My breathing feels softer. My breathing
Wonderful.
feels like it's on its own, and it's helping
Wonderful.
me feel free.
Wonderful. Some of your people may know muscle testing, where you put your fingers like this and you put your other fingers through and you ask a question. If you can come all the way through, there's not much energy. If you stop right there, that's a strong yes. So did Nickie just get more relaxed? For sure. Did she grow her energy? Yes. Did she double it? Yes. Did she more than double it? Yes. Did she grow it 10 times? Yes. 100 times? Not quite 100 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. She grew it many, many times in this amount of this little thing. Did she clean up some negative energy while we're here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So this cleanses, balances, and energizes faster than anything I've found in 50 years.
Okay.
And remember who's talking to you. A high honors graduate from Harvard with a PhD who was on the President's Commission for Mental Health. So I'm pretty good at doing my homework. I'm not perfect. I'm not Einstein, but I'm a pretty smart dude. So when I say I've checked this stuff out for 10 years, I'm not just blowing smoke.
Mhm. Well, first I was letting it go. I opened the fingers for it to come out. Now I can stay inside of it. Okay.
Great.
See, first
Well,
I
you do your best to keep it closed. But if you put your fingers here and say, my name is Nickie, I'm standing on my head, and see what happens. See if your fingers stay inside that. I'm standing on my head.
My name is Nickie, I'm standing on my head.
Your fingers come through?
They trying, but I'm locking it in.
Oh, okay. So, you can overcome this. So it takes some coordination to know the difference between yes and no. Put your fingers here and say, I'm wearing a blue dress.
I'm wearing a blue dress.
See what happens. Okay?
No, I'm not wearing a blue dress.
Okay. Put your fingers here and say, I don't believe in God, and see what happens.
Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't believe in God. Oh, I do believe in God.
See if your fingers come through.
No, it won't.
Oh, okay, so you can defeat this. All right. So I teach people to do it with their hands out here, but I showed it here because most people, the people who are familiar with this are familiar with something like this muscle testing. This is a more elaborate.
So is it supposed to come through if it's something true? Say, okay, I know I'm not wearing a blue dress. Was it supposed to come through?
If you can hold it tight, you're strong.
Okay, well, I
If you
held it
can't
tight.
hold it tight, you're weakened. You're weakened by the untruth.
Okay, because I believe in God was stuck there. It's no way I can come through. I was wearing a blue dress. No, I'm not.
Okay, now you got the difference between yes and no.
Okay, that's what I needed to know, the yes and the no. Because if it's not true, when you said, say that I don't believe in God, immediately I repelled. That was like, oh, no, 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 no. That is not right. And that has,
That should come right on through.
Okay, okay.
Very good. Oh, sure, Nicki. Get yourself straight.
I have allergies and I'm cleansing, so we got to work on that even more.
Well, see, you got allergies that are more than you know. I can test this.
Okay.
How much of the allergies, see, this is a little, this is a lot. How much of the allergies, environmental pollen? Some. Allergies are cumulative. I would have to train you how to do this. Allergies are cumulative. How much other stuff is she allergic to? That much. Is the other stuff the threshold that makes the pollen tip her over the edge? Yes. Is she eating food she's allergic to? Yes. Is she using personal care products she's allergic to? Yes. Is she using household cleaning products she's allergic to? Yes. So it's not just the seasonal changes in the plants. They're on top of the other layers of allergic reaction that you have accumulated because you're not yet using all organic food and getting rid of the stuff you're allergic to. Personal care products that are all hypoallergenic and organic with no chemicals in them. And household cleaning products that you have to buy on the special aisle of the store where the stuff is not cheap. Okay, you buy the mainstream stuff that's advertised on TV, they put chemicals in it to make it have suds and be inexpensive. And they don't care what it does to you or the environment. Okay.
I've heard that before on some products, not all, but pretty much. And I have been making the transition to more organic, but I'm not totally there yet. Go ahead.
Okay. The one way to tell is you pick up a product and you look at the ingredients. If there are a bunch of words you can't pronounce because they're so long, you can be sure they're toxic chemicals, extracts of petroleum.
Okay.
That's an easy thing. You could also do muscle testing. Am I allergic to this? Yes is strong.
Okay. Yes is strong. No is weak comes through. Okay. Okay.
Very good, Nicki.
Very interesting.
This that I show you, I'm a smart guy who discovered this early on, and I can do this with all kinds of things. You could tell me about somebody, I'll give you a psychological profile about reading their energy. But this is the future. Again, I say I'm not Einstein. I learned this in my 60s. I'm ahead of the curve, but I know how to teach this to the people who want to learn. This is the future. We're no longer going to have opinions and judgments and, well, I believe, da-da-da. You're going to be able to say, let me see. Don't believe, check and see. You'll be able to ask your higher knowing and find out what's the story about whatever.
So,
but so-and-so says that. Well, is that person truthful? Let's see.
So different folks have different beliefs though, RT. They have
Yes.
different belief factors. You got Buddha,
They
you
do.
got Hare Krishna, you got Christianity, you got
Yes, yes,
Allah. You got a lot of different
yes,
beliefs.
yes. But the ultimate spirituality is, let me ask and check with higher knowing.
Okay, I got
That's
you.
Buddhist, that's Christian,
Right.
that's an enlightened Jew, that's an enlightened Muslim. My interpretation of the scripture is very interesting, but is that the ultimate truth? When everybody else has their own interpretation? Let's ask what applies right now here in this situation and check and get an answer.
So is that checking and getting an answer? I know that has to be taught, but what period of time
It all depends
on each
how
individual?
open someone is, how
Okay.
dedicated to learning and practice, what
Mhm.
are their natural gifts. Some people are more sensitive and ahead of the curve than others. Some people get right away that, oh, Artie, you're talking about taking science and making it in the personal relationship with all the reality. Oh, that's wonderful. We all then become scientists of the spirit. Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Who do you think Jesus was? And what did he mean when he say, follow me? Get down on your hands and knees and worship me? Or find the Christ in you?
To me, it's find the Christ in you. That's to me.
Of course. That's because you're an open-minded soul. And you get that you weren't brought here to go from one kind of slavery to another.
And I'm smart. I'm a smart
And you're
woman.
smart. And
Yes.
you're smart. And you're gifted. And
Yes.
you're a wonderful big soul.
I'm a full soul.
You're also a full soul. As we already discussed, you can put on your bikini as far as I'm concerned. There's more of you to love.
Okay, that's a story for another day, y'all. Okay, this has been interesting. Tell the folks how they can reach you. You said it earlier, but please slow it down so that anybody that is interested in speaking with you or contacting you, they'll know how.
Sure. Harmonize. You know how to spell harmonize? It's harmony, but with instead of a Y, a I-Z-E. Harmonize all of you with all. No spaces. Harmonize all of you with all.com.
Got you.
You get there, you get a page, scroll down, it says, you want a free video? Put your email here, I'll sign it, I'll send it to you.
I saw that. That's nice too. Very.
And it comes with an email. You want to reach me, you hit reply. Hey, Artie, I got a question here. What about da 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 da? I'll get back to you.
Okay.
You see how I am?
Mm-hmm. How long are your sessions, Artie?
Usually half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but
interesting.
I have a course on offerings. I have a course that's 60 days that comes out with a 5 to 10 minute video every day. It takes you through learning this and how to take this and heal your little ones back to infancy, learn how to use your hands, and then learn how to take this energy and send it out as healing to other people in the world.
Okay.
Become the world healer you are.
Okay. Okay. So I can see that benefiting my my self-healing advocacy.
Absolutely.
Yes.
For your people.
Yeah, for my sexual abuse survivors.
Yes.
And all of everything that I do since the book has come out. Well, I was doing it already before the book came out, but I'm just now advancing it more to helping. Thank you. To helping sexual abuse survivors. We got the show now. We have people like yourself coming on. We have people making donations, and the donations go purely to the advocacy, the building of the advocacy. So we certainly thank all donors. But more importantly, we are here to help them heal, learn how to heal. So if you feel Artie Vipperla, it's spelled V-I, but it's a long E sound, like Nickie Vipperla, okay? So it's not that of, it's not, it's not that of the I sound. The Vipperla is V-I, the spelling, V-I-P-P-E-R-L-A, R-T-A-R-T-I-E. Look him up, folks.
You
Look
don't
him
need that. Just look up harmonize all of you with all.com and you'll find it all.
up. Okay.
I made it easy.
That's easy. Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This has been a beautiful time, and I feel the energy and love that comes from you. It feels real, and I like that. I don't like fake. Fake does nothing for me. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you got. How many letters you got behind your name, in front of your name. I like real. Artie, you real. Thank you, brother, for coming on the show. It has been my pleasure. I hope we stay in touch. I know you mentioned seminar and things. I'm gonna get back with you and talk to you a little further into that area at a later time. Okay.
Now, Nickie, not only are you welcome, now I'm going to talk to your people. You people, you wouldn't be gathered here unless you're discerning, insightful human beings. Can you tell what a blast I have playing with your leader, Vicky? You're inspiring, dear, beloved, big-hearted, rooting for you all the time. So
Thank you so much.
this is
Thank
a great
you.
one.
I've
My
had
joy
fun.
and privilege, Nickie.
Thank you. And it's been my privilege to be here with you. You make me laugh. You bring out the spiritual happiness. And I'm already happy anyway.
Yeah, you're half happy soul, right?
I'm happy anyway, but it gives me a sense of somebody else that is in that area of being happy. Happiness to me is the most important thing in my life, RT. It is more important than money for me. I need happy. It is priority to anybody that come in my world or let me in theirs, or I come theirs, they come to mine. I have to be happy. That's priority. I mean,
That's great.
yeah. So thank you for coming in, RT.
I have something that may be a little out of line, but I'm going to risk it anyway.
Okay.
You all notice that thing I say or do that gets you happiest? You notice the one thing I can say that just gets her, I
What?
tell her she belongs in a bikini. There's more of her to love that way. You can see it. What you see is what you get. And wow. So you'll never forget this podcast. Okay.
We were. I love it. I love it. I love it. You did make me go, wow.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I noticed. I'm a psychologist. I pick up on these little things, So I never come back. Was very good, because the serious part of this is helping her come into a fuller embrace of who and how she is.
Thank you.
And the loving beauty that comes so fully in her.
Thank
That
you.
it's obvious that her cup runs over.
Yes. Thank you, RT.
And
It's it's everything to me to help others. I love it. I love it with a capital L-O-V-E. You know how? Here we go. Come on. L-O-V-E. I love.
She's got a new cheerleading song. Well, wonderful.
I love helping others, and especially those who have suffered, not just sexual suffering, but people like you who had gone and served your country, and you come back and you're not sure if you want to live or die, and then you have to take control of that, and you have to learn to center again. So those are the things that I love serving others for. I hear your bell went off. That must mean your time is out for. Okay. Well, listen, we're gonna respect your time. I thank you. And here's a kiss for you. Please accept that. Mwah. I'll talk to you. Oh God.
Big hugs, honey. Big loving hugs.
Yes.
This is forever love.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Bye-bye, you all. Blessings to you.
God bless him and say thank you. I thank him for taking the pleasure of coming to this show. Thank you. Bye-bye. You guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. It has been fantastic having different versions of different people from different places, and learning. Learning is always helpful. You know, I can tell you all day long what tools I used. But when you get a perspective of listening and learning from other people and how they've learned how to heal. See, what I say, some of it may resonate with you and some of it may not. So if you have a variety, then you make a decision and say, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try Artie's way. Let's see how it works for me. I am certainly open to all of that. Doesn't matter. I want you well. I want you harmonizing with yourself, with your God, your higher power. I want you to win. That's the most important part. You winning. You be empowered by your higher power, by yourself. See, that's how we win. That's how we move forward. You know, I'm feeling better and better every single day about growing, about living, about helping others. Because I'm not just talking. When I say I love helping you. I love it with all my heart, with all my soul, with all of every fiber, every molecule, every atom. I love it with all of those things, because that is what makes up me, helping others. Nobody was there to help me except one source, and that was my God, my higher power. And it had not been for my higher power, there would have been no me. And there would have been no you, as far as I believe, okay? As far as I believe. However, what you believe, you have a right to believe about your higher power, whatever it is. Hare Krishna, Christianity, Allah, Buddha, whatever you believe, Jesus Christ, believe in it fully, fully. Don't go half-heartedly. Go all the way. Because see, you got to look at yourself and you got to say, am I worthy of living happy? Am I worthy of moving forward? Am I worthy of being the best Nickie V. Smith I can be? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I don't have to have any hesitation in between that. I'm Nickie V. Smith. I love being who I am. And you guys cannot be afraid of being alone. I'm not coaching you on staying with somebody or leaving them, but I'm gonna be suggestive to you. If someone is mistreating you, then you need to reevaluate whether you are worthy of getting out of that type of situation, whether it be money there or not. I know. I was married before, lived in a 15-room house, 5 full bathrooms, hot tub, swimming pool. I'm now starting all over, and I'm in my 60s, starting my business and got a 1-bedroom apartment. But you know what? I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I know this is only temporary. This is not forever. And see, it's not what you have, it's how you work with what you have. How you work with what you already have. See, if you show your higher power that you appreciate what you have, I guarantee you more will come. More will come. I'm getting people that this advocacy, we don't even have some papers back from the IRS. It looks like every time we think it's over with, they find something new that needs to be done. And we go ahead, we tweak it, we fix it, we send it back in. But I'm not going to quit. See, that's the deal. You have to put in the work. Because if you're not willing to put in the work, then you're willing to sit at the bottom, down there at the bottom, complaining with the other folks that don't mind being complainers, because to them, that's their lifestyle. Me, I'm not sitting down there with you. I'm always gonna be the wolf climbing that hill. The wolf climbing that steep hill. See, the wolf on top is nowhere near as hungry as this wolf climbing that hill. See, I'm climbing. And when I do get to the top, I'm gonna climb again. I'm gonna keep climbing because I gotta help y'all. I gotta come and see about you. The ones that want it, the ones that really to put in the work to self-heal. See, everybody don't have deep pockets, and we can't go to a psychiatrist. I went to 3, and they were okay. I'm not cutting their profession, but all 3 of them, I tested them in different ways. So to see if I could tell them anything, or if I could tell them the truth, and how much of it were they able to process. I'm a very smart woman. I may not have all the education that one may have, but I got the spiritual growth inside of me enough to make it through 5 years of being horribly abused. And I have the fortitude to share what it took for me to get out of that all my life. But actually, the personal physical abuse started when I was 12, when I started having periods. But the whole abuse as an essence was in the whole family. It was, when Artie talked about Vietnam, it was Vietnam in that house. It was worse than Vietnam in that house. And for me to go to a psychiatrist and they tell me that I have clinical depression of a person who has been in the war. And I say, you know what? And they ask me over and over, are you depressed? Are you depressed? You know, one of them, I said, I'm not depressed. I'm broke. I'm broke. That'll depress anybody. I'm looking to grow. I'm looking to help somebody else. And I don't think I can do that by sitting here whining about, woe is me. Whoa, it's me. Everybody lives differently. Artie offered a different way of harmonizing. And if you want to mix both of them together, then you know you're something to be a really powerful person, because you deserve it. See, that's the first thing you have to make up your mind, is you deserve it. You're worthy of it. And you combine what I'm teaching in self-healing for sexual abuse survivors, and just make up in your mind, I'm really tired of just surviving. I'm really sick and tired of just surviving. It's time for me to thrive. See, that's where I got that swirl from, baby. That's where I got that swagger from, because it's time. And from that one book, we have this show. We have the advocacy. We have donors. We have a team that is slowly building to help with getting the information out to you. And we got some upcoming events, seminars. They're in the planning stage now. They are being getting ready to come to the forefront. But it is important that we have the paperwork from the government, because I don't want to put the cart before the horse. And I have a habit of doing that because I want everything to come on. That's because I'm anxious. I'm anxious to serve you. I'm anxious to make sure that you get what you deserve, money or no money. But I want you to remember, get your book, okay? Don't forget to get your book, Self-Healing, right? Start reading it today. Read the book. It will answer a whole lot of questions in your life, and it will show you step by step by step by step how to start your own healing process. Start it yourself. See, when you start something yourself, and even if you seek other people to help you, you're saying, I'm worth it. I'm not going to sit here on my bahuncas waiting on somebody else to start helping me. I'm going to help myself first. When I help myself first, then if I choose to get help, like Artie, like Nickie Smith, when I choose to go and ask for the Nickie V Smith show and watch that, and to watch how to survive even after being abused, that says you're putting importance on yourself. You're learning how to step forward for you first. That means you're not sitting at the bottom of the hill complaining and whining. Because I'm going to be honest with you, if you don't put in the work, you won't get different results. And you don't deserve it. Will you fail? Absolutely. Will you fall down sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. Will you have triggers? Absolutely. Will you have moments where you just pissed off again about what happened to you? Yes. To all of those answers. But let me be honest with you. You get up. You dust yourself off. You put on your big girl panties, pull them on up. Or you put on your big boy panties, drawers, underwear, whatever they are, yeah, boxer shorts, pull them on up, and let's get started again. See, we're not going to sit down there and win. What you do is you take from what you learned. What did you learn that from that falling down, from that failure? What did I learn? How can I apply it so it doesn't happen to me again? That's what you do. And you stay peaceful with you. When you find yourself unruly, when you find yourself mad, when you got a trigger, learn how to breathe. Look in the mirror, talk to yourself. Because I guarantee you, the person in that mirror is going to be the hardest on you if you're truthful to yourself. I think you're worthy of it. I think you're the best of the best. What do you think? Okay. Now it's getting time. We're getting out of time here. Don't forget, I have 2 books on the market. This one is for your homework. This is to get you started and take care of yourself. Self-Healing for Sexual Abuse Survivors. Tired of just surviving. Time to Thrive. #1 bestseller on Amazon.com. If you want an autographed copy, you can get one by books by nvsmith@yahoo.com. Books by N as in Nancy, V as in Victor, Smith @yahoo.com. And we have another book on the market. This book, I wrote it. It is based on Okay, let's get it in here. It's based on some true events. It's been inspired by some true events. Sergeant Benjamin Premier's and family. Now it ties in with our sexual abuse survivors because in this book, there were gangbangers that used rape and violence as a form of initiation to their gang. Oh, but did they underestimate the mother of this child, of this wonderful sergeant, and the community? If you want to know what happened, you can get it on Amazon.com, Sergeant Benjamin Premiers and Family. And I pray that this book, as well as this book, become #1 best-selling movies. This would be a self-help movie, and this one would be an action drama movie. Again, if you choose to have a autographed copy, you can get it by contacting me at books by N as in Nancy, V as in Victor, Smith at yahoo.com. And they both are sold on Amazon.com. You can get an ebook or you can get a paperback. My number to contact me is 323-351-9770. Again, that's 323-351-9770. You guys, I gotta go. We're out of time. And you know what I say before I end every show? Live strong with courage, confidence, and faith. I love you dearly. And that's from my whole heart, not just the bottom of my heart. Thank you for tuning in today. And I'll see you next week, okay? I love you so much. Here's your kiss. Bye-bye.